Hello, my name's Rob Salmon. I live in Derby, and today I'm going to be cooking a Kheema Mutter from Singh. Curry is one of my main passions in life. I love music as well, I love singing, and one of these days in Derby I hope to open Derby's first Curry-oke restaurant. But until that point, I'll have to make do with cooking curry at home. So let's get on with it and cook you some Kheema Mutter. So we'll go with a medium heat. We'll add 1 tablespoon of oil. We'll let that heat up for a little while. What we've got here is some dry herbs which we've got ready. 4 cloves of garlic, 2.5 centimetres of ginger, 1.5 teaspoons of cumin seeds, and also we've got 2 red chillies there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to whack all those herbs in. Right, so we've got our spices in there now, and it's time to add, we've got around 450 grams of lamb mince there. So we'll pop that into the pan, and we'll give that a good old break up. We're just going to let it simmer away for around 8 minutes on a medium heat. My wife Becky's a personal trainer. It's fair to say that she doesn't really share my love of curry. I'm always trying to convince her of how amazing curry is and how it can be nutritious as well and healthy, and that's what this dish is all about. Okay, so here we've got chopped up 1 large onion. We've done that in advance because, to be honest, I'm not one of those chefs that can do the quick chopping. We'll whack that in. We've got some powdered spices, 1/2 teaspoon of chilli powder. It's quite a mild one. I'd perhaps have it a bit fiery, but it's not just me we're cooking for. 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, 1.5 teaspoons of cumin powder, and we've got 2 teaspoons of ground coriander. So let's whack those in as well. So we'll give that all a good stir up. Just let the onions start cooking now. It's starting to smell really good. One of these days I'll hopefully get over to India and sample the delights of having 3 meals of curry every day, and just leave it for around another 5 minutes. Let the onions soften, and then yeah, we should be ready to move to the next step. Okay, so what we've got here is 3 to 4 tomatoes which we've skinned, and then we've chopped them, so we're going to pop those in, give them a good stir about. We're going to give it a quick blast of salt, just a little bit, just to season. And take a tablespoon of Greek yogurt, this is. We're going to give that a good stir about, just to mix the yogurt in there. If you're lucky enough to have a frying pan with a lid, what I'm sure you'd do is put the lid on it, but we don't have such a device. What we have got is a chopping board. So I'm just going to whack the chopping board on top of that. I'm going to make sure that the heat is nice and sort of low to medium, and then we're just going to let that simmer away for about 20 minutes now. We've soaked some rice here, just enough rice for 4 people, and let's whack that on, because hopefully, fingers crossed, it should be ready about the same time. Okay, so we've got 100 grams of peas here, so I'm just going to take some boiling water, turn on the heat, and then yeah, 100 grams of peas, stick these in. Just let them, just as soon as they're cooked, we're going to add them into the curry. It looks as though our peas are pretty much done now, so I'm going to turn those off the heat, and just going to drain those, add it into the rest of the curry. Get those in, and then we've got one last secret ingredient, garam masala. You need about 1/2 teaspoon. We're just going to give that a good stir, and then really give it another couple of minutes. At this point you can add, if you think it is looking a bit dry, you can add a little bit of water just to get those juices going. So now we're ready to transfer it in, so in it goes. Very nice. That is one easy curry recipe. Thank you very much, Mr. Singh. Last thing is a bit of art. So we've got 2 boiled eggs here, which have been sliced up. And then we're just going to arrange those eggs around the side. There we go. And what we've got is some chopped coriander leaves there. So we're just going to sprinkle those on there, give it a nice bit of colour. And the job is a good one. Now it's time to eat. So we've got the Kheema Mutter, some nice rice, some cobra.
Yeah, brilliant.
Let's eat.
Cheers.
Yeah, there we go.
Delicious.
Compliments to the chef.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.